Prices of oil has increased from mid-June 2023 as a result of Russia and Saudi Arabia cutting production. That as well, you understand, when production is lower or there has been a drop or a cut in production, it could lead to shortages in supply. So shortages in supply with the massive demand that came from China, it then raised the prices of fuel from around 72 US dollars to around 94 US dollars. That was in June and July. And when you look at that, even now, you find that like today, oil is trading at around, Brent crude oil is trading at 91 Rand 40. 91 40 US dollars. So that is a global situation. It's not really something that is happening separately in South Africa. Yes, South Africa is part of the global economy. So when oil prices increased globally, they affect the South African market as well.
Yeah. And Miyelani, one would ask, with the explanation you've just given us about the contributing factors to the latest fuel hike, what does this all mean for consumers, especially now where many of us are, trying to spend wisely going into the festive season?
I think consumers will probably be, expected, if they can, to use clubs when they are going to work, and some could probably use public transport, predominantly in Gauteng, because you look at the province having enough transport, whether it could be Rea Vaya, Gautrain, which is massive public transportation. And then you as well get enough at like taxis. So if in the country we have more than 300,000 taxis, so we wouldn't really run short of transport from that regard. But I think it's part of those things that one could decide to use a car. And I think from that premise, it is that consumer's decision. But as well, we have enough transport from 1994 to now. If there is something that I could probably indicate, the taxi industry has covered the country. And then I don't think there is about 10% of the country that is not covered by our public transport.
What does the latest increase say about our inflation and the cost of living? Surely more consumers will be spending more when they try to buy groceries at their stores.
Yes, retail prices will automatically as well increase, because cargo freight and logistics prices have increased. So the transport and the cargo freight and logistics will move the increment to consumers, whether retail consumers or public transport consumers. And I think from that premise is the same as if you are putting fuel in your own car, you will as well feel the same related aspect that logistics and public transport owners are. But those who public transport freely, they can use that, and those who are able to use public transport freely, they can use that as well. I think it is an issue of a choice. And probably the classes with regard to individuals.
I'm just going to try and squeeze in my last question. How soon can consumers see a relief?
Oh, okay. The prices of fuel, if Russia and Saudi Arabia continue to cut oil production, what it means is the supply of oil will continue to be lower, and the demand will continue to be higher. So because of the law of demand and supply, the prices will automatically be higher because of such a law of demand and supply.
All right, Miyelani, thank you so much for your time. That is Miyelani Mkhabela, is a chief economist at Antswisa Management Group, just giving us a bit of insight there when it comes to the predictions around that fuel increase. Of course, many consumers will definitely be feeling the pinch as, we head towards the festive season.